Alright guys, I am here recording my first video of the new year. I don't know if it's going to be the first video posted, but it's the first video of the new year that I am recording. We're not even a week in yet, and I actually saw a post today that I figured I'll chat on a little bit. It's about matching energy. So the question was, how do you match the energy of your significant other? This was posed to men and women. And I'm gonna add on the extra piece of, do you think it's necessary? So first off, subjectivity gives us the idea of energy. Like, what are you referring to when you say energy? So that in itself can give us a variety of answers, because people might say, like, you know, you consider the energy equivalent to the effort, right? Or the energy could refer to the type of person they are. If they're playful, if they're very motivated, if they're business minded, if they're family oriented, stuff like that. So generally speaking, most times in relationships, people naturally feed off of each other. And this goes for just about anything, I feel like. So I don't think it's intentional, even though sometimes it is. Especially, I know during the dating process, a lot of people tend to match people's energy as far as their effort. So that's usually what people refer to when they say energy in that scenario. People will be like, oh, I'm gonna just match his energy. So if he don't call me, I'm not calling him. You know, if she don't hit me up, I'm not hitting her up. If he takes 6 hours to reply to me, I'm gonna wait 6 hours to reply. So some people see that as measuring energy. Some people see that as playing games. I don't see how anything can thrive in that type of environment, because I feel like you're not being yourself. So for me, if you're in that type of situation and it's become like a tit for tat thing, I really feel like that's a situation that you don't need to be in. So for instance, if you're dealing with somebody and you feel like they're not replying in a certain amount of time that you feel like they should, or they're not giving you enough energy, time, space, whatever, it goes in either direction. Like if they're too clingy, if they don't check for you enough, if you don't like these things, it does not make sense to play the game. So don't go tit for tat, like, oh, I'm gonna just match his energy. He don't call me, I'm not gonna call him. That's not how it goes. If you have to do that, then you don't need to deal with that person, because clearly they're not giving you what you need. Point blank, period. So that, for me, I don't think you should match that. You know what I mean? So for me, if I feel like somebody's too busy for me, or vice versa, then I'm just going to start backing off. I'm not going to be like, oh, he took 5 hours to reply to me. He replied back. Let me wait 5 hours to reply. Who has time for that? That is so childish. But I know y'all out there doing that. Don't do that. For me, if I'm dealing with somebody, chatting with somebody, whatever, and they cross my mind and I hit them up 5 hours ago, and 5 hours pass, not on purpose, and they don't reply, and they cross my mind again, I'm like, oh, hey, you crossed my mind. I hope everything's okay over there, or what have you. That's it. I'm not gonna send a million messages or call 10 million times, but I am gonna let you know that I'm thinking about you. And if that is not enough for you to be like, oh, I'm on her mind, or she's checking for me, let me reciprocate, that's fine. But then I'm gonna match your energy, and I'm just not gonna be bothered. I'm gonna block you, or I'm gonna just tell you, like, listen, this is not gonna work, or what have you. But again, that's something you gotta know. And yes, I'm pro ghosting, because I said I'm a block, and I know, like, some people are probably cringing in their soul, but some people don't even deserve an explanation. Some people just need to be blocked. So yes, I am pro ghosting in 2022. I don't care how old I am, because some people don't require explanation, especially if it's not even that serious and you telling me nonsense. Like, I'm gonna just block you. I've done that already. Like, listen, if you don't get the hint, you're gonna have to get blocked with no explanation. So call it ghosting, call it following through on what I already told you I was gonna do. whatever. The fact of the matter is that you deserve that block, so that's what you got, right? But for that, fine. But in a relationship, let's say married people, matching energy. So if we assume that we're talking about the type of person they are, I don't think you have to match it. Like, for instance, if the person you're with is funny and they're always goofing around and you're not like that, I don't think you have to match that. I feel like that's probably why y'all together, because opposites attract. So you let them be goofy and you do you and do what you're doing. Obviously it's working, or it worked, so you don't have to match it. From experience, you know, I'm not that goofy, so I usually have to like tell somebody like, really, you're like, you still playing? But again, you know, if that's the type of person they are, you know that going in, so you can't hold that against them either. You can, but you shouldn't hold that against them. So that's another thing. So I guess it depends. For me, I don't believe in matching energy. I guess that should be the takeaway for me. So should you match the energy? I don't think so.